Here we are at the beginning of Advent, and I'm so happy to be here with you. Today, most of the worship this morning is about the power of incarnation. And the reason that that's important is, the church fathers, they never really spoke of any other major dogmas except two. Biggest dogmas in the church, the main part of what our religion is built on, one of the major dogmas was incarnation. And we hardly hear about it anymore. Except at Christmas when Jesus comes as a little baby. And we all sort of think, wow, what a wonderful little baby. But this Jesus who comes and walks with us, speaks with us, this is the power of Advent. The power of Advent is our world is about to change. The power of Advent, it's even stronger language than that. Our worlds are going to end. The power of Advent is my world's ending. You understand that? The power of Advent, you know why? Because God is approaching. The power of Advent is I can create a narrative about that person that should be my friend, but they've become my enemy until God approaches. I can create a narrative about all those, and we're going to talk about it this morning, all those marriages that I was in, and now they're broken. I can create a narrative about all of those broken relationships, family ties, brothers and sisters that I should be sitting at the table with. I can create a narrative that can keep me divided. I can keep my world divided until Jesus approaches. And Jesus brings back together and makes all things new again. I can stay in a place of unforgiveness, right? And bitterness until my world comes to an end and Jesus says, I'm coming, I'm approaching your life, and I'm going to bring all things together and make all things new again. It's way easier to worship and adore the Jesus little baby than it is to follow this radical Jesus that comes and approaches all of our division, all of our wars and rumors of wars, our frustrations, our division that we're all quite happy with. I think we've gotten so used to division, we think it's peace. And we don't have to step far out of Christianity itself, where in the last 50 years, we have over 40,000 denominations in the world. And I don't even know if we could all get together on John 3:16. But this is Advent, right? This is Advent. It's Advent. God's approaching. Isn't that good news? It's Advent, and God's approaching. In all my brokenness, with all my brokenness, with all my mistakes, with all my shame, with all my guilt, with all those statements spoken over me that aren't even true, why don't you just raise your hands right now? With all those statements spoken over you that are not true, it's Advent. And Jesus is approaching. And Jesus has a new word to speak over you and to speak over me. Now, this is the hard